Method of mating that maximizes the use of a genetically superior sire. A. Natural mating. B. Artificial insemination. C. Embryo transfer. D. Cloning. The correct answer is B. Artificial insemination. Rationale. Artificial insemination allows a single ejaculate from an elite sire to be diluted and shared among dozens of females, multiplying his genetic impact far beyond natural mating capacities. One of the distinguishing features of the Philippine carabao is the presence of two diagonal stripes on its briskets, which is known as chevron. B. Chevron. C. Stripes. D. Liners. The correct answer is B. Chevron. Rationale. The chevron is a distinct V-shaped or diagonal light gray stripe, running across the lower neck or ventral brisket area of the swamp-type buffalo. Shelf life of a processed boar semen for artificial insemination can be prolonged by storing at A. 2 to 8 degrees Celsius. B. 10 to 14 degrees Celsius. C. 16 to 17 degrees Celsius. D. 20 degrees Celsius. The correct answer is C. 16 to 17 degrees Celsius. Rationale. Boar sperm is highly susceptible to cold shock. Storing fresh extended semen at 16 to 17 degrees Celsius maintains viability and prevents membrane damage. A condition caused by persistent corpus luteum resulting to manifestation of false pregnancy is due to hormone A. Estrogen. B. Progesterone. C. Follicle-stimulating hormone. D. Luteinizing hormone. The correct answer is B. Progesterone. Rationale. Progesterone is secreted by the corpus luteum. If the corpus luteum fails to regress, sustained progesterone levels mimic pregnancy signals, leading to false pregnancy. The minimum required sperm count per inseminate is 3 billion. A 300 milliliters ejaculate with a concentration of 200 million sperm cells per ml can produce how many inseminates? A. 15 doses. B. 18 doses. C. 20 doses. D. 23 doses. The correct answer is C. 20 doses. Rationale. Calculation. 300 milliliters multiplied by 200 million cells per ml equals 60 billion total sperm cells. 60 billion divided by 3 billion minimum dose requirement equals 20 doses. At a boar to sow ratio of 125 an additional reserve boar per 30 sows, the number of boars required in a 250 sow level farm is A. 12. B. 14. C. 16. D. 18. The correct answer is D. 18. Rationale. Active boars needed is 250 divided by 25, which equals 10 boars. Reserve boars is 250 divided by 30, which equals 8. Total required boars is 10 plus 8, equaling 18 boars. Non-spiral type of catheter for AI in swine is ideal to use on A. Gilts or first parity sows. B. Mature sows. C. Sows irrespective of parity. D. Very old sows. The correct answer is A. Gilts or first parity sows. Rationale. Non-spiral catheters do not require locking inside cervix rings, making insertion safer and easier in gilts with narrow, delicate cervical pathways. Newcastle disease vaccine Lasota is given to chicks using this route of administration. F. Intraocular. B. Wingweb. C. Intramuscular. D. Subcutaneous. The correct answer is A. Intraocular. Rationale. The Lasota strain is a live lentogenic Newcastle disease vaccine. In young chicks, it is typically administered via intraocular eye drops to trigger immediate mucosal immunity. Reduced litter size caused by extremely high ambient temperature during the first 35 days of gestation is due to A. Infertility. B. Early embryonic death. C. Mummification. D. Stillborn. The correct answer is B. Early embryonic death. Rationale. Severe heat stress during the first month of pregnancy compromises embryo implantation in the uterine wall, leading to early embryonic mortality and reduced litter size. A boar is assumed to have reached puberty when 6 months and weighing 80 to 90 kilograms. B. Manifest mounting behavior. C. Able to produce semen with viable sperm cells. D. Grunts and becomes restless with estrus females. The correct answer is C. able to produce semen with viable sperm cells. Rationale. Physiologically, puberty in male breeders is defined by the development of mature spermatogenesis, meaning the testicles can generate viable, functional and fertile sperm cells. Sow ovulates approximately 40 hours after the onset of estrus. Optimum conception is achieved if insemination is performed 12 hours before ovulation or a. 14 hours after onset of estrus, b. 22 hours after onset of estrus, c. 28 hours after onset of estrus, d. 32 hours after onset of estrus. The correct answer is c. 28 hours after onset of estrus. Rationale. Insemination timing calculation. 40 hours ovulation onset minus 12 hours optimal pre-ovulation window equals 28 hours after the onset of estrus. Reproductive traits like litter size and fertility have low heritability but responds well to crossbreeding due to heterosis, b. hybrid vigor, c. depression, d. none. The correct answer is a. heterosis. Rationale. Heterosis or hybrid vigor represents the increased performance of crossbred offspring over purebred parents. It is most powerful in lowly heritable traits like reproduction. Excessive feeding immediately after mating predisposes a sow to suffer obesity, b. repeat breeding, c. low litter size, d. early embryonic losses. The correct answer is d. early embryonic losses. Rationale. High feed intake immediately post-mating elevates liver blood flow, rapidly metabolizing and lowering progesterone levels. Low progesterone causes early embryonic loss. Early introduction of solid diet to suckling piglets is primarily intended to augment feed intake of piglets, b. allow early weaning to increase reproductive rate of the sow, c. ensure heavy piglets at weaning, d. prevent loss of body condition of the sow. The correct answer is b. allow early weaning to increase reproductive rate of the sow. Rationale. Preparing the piglet's digestive system early with solid cream feed allows piglets to be weaned earlier, shortening the farrowing interval and maximizing litters per year. Most commonly used method of identification in swine production. A. Ear notch, b. ear tag, c. ear tattoo, d. ear brand. The correct answer is a. ear notch. Rationale. Ear notching is a permanent, inexpensive, and globally standard identification method. The right ear notes litter number, and the left ear identifies individual piglets. A sow farrowed a litter of 12 piglets. How much feed must be offered to the sow on the first day of lactation? A. 0 kilograms, b. 1 kilogram, c. 4 kilograms, d. 5.6 kilograms. The correct answer is a. 0 kilograms. Rationale. Sows should not be fed solid feed on farrowing day to minimize metabolic stress, fever risks, and prevent digestive congestion. Always provide clean water. Cannibalism in the form of tail biting in growing pigs can be reduced by teeth clipping, b. ad lib feeding, c. reducing light intensity, d. tail docking. The correct answer is d. tail docking. Rationale. Tail docking is performed within the first 3 days of life to prevent future tail biting habits, avoiding deep localized abscesses or spinal infections in crowded environments. High ambient temperature above 32 degrees Celsius can lead to depressed thyroid activity resulting to anestrus, b. heat stroke, c. loss of appetite, d. reduced growth rate. The correct answer is c. loss of appetite. Rationale. Depressed thyroid hormone levels slow the metabolic rate to lower the animal's internal heat production, causing a dramatic drop in feed intake or loss of appetite. Pigs primarily intended for slaughter are called a. weaners, b. growers, c. breeders, d. fatteners. The correct answer is d. fatteners. Rationale. Fatteners, also known as finishers or market hogs, are swine raised exclusively to achieve heavy slaughter weights, typically 85 to 110 kilograms, for pork production. Feed conversion ratio is a measure of feed efficiency that indicates the amount of feed per unit gain in a carcass produced, b. live weight produced, c. Piglets produce D. Fatteners produced. The correct answer is B. Live weight produced. Rationale feed conversion ratio compares the total dry feed mass consumed against the total live body weight gain generated. Lower values denote superior efficiency. Factor that has the least influence on the revenue obtained on finished hogs. A. Feed cost. B. Selling price of hogs. C. Market weight. D. Grade of finished hog. The correct answer is A. Feed cost. Rationale. Revenue is strictly a function of output parameters like price and weight. While feed cost is a primary production expense, it does not determine gross market revenue.